Hey YouTube, if you're watching this, it's the recorded side. Let some people get in here and I'm going to say what I have to say. Dennis, you are first. How's it going? Interesting because you're a ghost because, oh, now it's showing some people in here. Hey Jeff, Kaislin, Next Gen, TJ, what's up? 3, 4, Trucker Steve, Illinois Trucker, I'm back, yep, I never went anywhere. I'm alright, Anthony Blackbeard, I'm alright. Lost Cause, what's up? Snowflake Trucking. So I was on Facebook. Mike Stevens, how's it going? There's snowflakes in trucking, come on bro. Now here's the deal, man. Why are they gonna bring on, I'll get to your comments here in a second. Why are they gonna bring on autonomous trucks? You know why? Because truck drivers are whiny, they complain, same thing. They're dirty. You know what I saw today? I was at one of our OCs, Snyder, okay? And this guy drove up to the fuel island real fast, set his brakes, and then, you know, he's washed his windshield, and he gets his urine bottle out, dumps it down the drain, and then washes the bottle out with the water that you wash your windshield with. You know, we're disgusting, we trash every parking lot there is, there's no professionalism, and we cry about it. You don't think, you know, think about this, guys. For years we've been lying on the logbooks. DOT knew it, shippers knew it, companies knew it, and as liability increased, no one would want to admit it, but we were all lying on our paper logs. Think about that. So, years and years of lying, years and years of accidents. The government has said enough, we're putting on ELDs. Now, where does Snowflake Trucking come from? There's a prominent YouTuber that's on my Facebook page. Well, not now. But he sat there and did a meme about Snowflake Trucking. And inside the picture it said, it had a picture of a Care Bear. It says, I love ELDs. And it's that typical reaction. Kaislin says the reason why I have ELD is because of old schools with three or more books. Yeah, dude. We brought this on ourselves, okay? Next time you want to blame the government for all your problems, next time you want to blame everybody else, you know, do you blame Walmart when they shut off the parking lot? We can't park in there anymore. Do you blame them? No. So, we brought it on ourselves. And to sit there and use a term like, oh, you're a snowflake if you love your ELDs, it's kind of BS because that's the kind of negativity that plagues our industry. That's the kind of negativity that plagues the world for, you know, for the most part. And we bring it on ourselves, man. We bring it on ourselves. You know, it's stupid. You know, maybe we wouldn't have to have ELDs if everybody was honest. You know, fudge here and there, but you know, you had these guys. You know, and that's the thing. Pill Rider did a video about that thing that's going around that says, you know, be careful after December 18th, driver's going to be driving tired. Well, that's another thing that makes us look bad. It makes us look like we're idiots that go, oh, the computer is telling me to drive even though I'm tired, and therefore I killed your family because this box told me to keep driving. That's ludicrous, man. It's ludicrous. So I just had to get this off my chest. In the snowflake comment, do I love electronic logs? I like the fact that my liability is down to a minimum. I like the fact that if you have a dispatcher that they can't sit there and have you stretch the logbook to get that load done because, you know, where you do have to drive tired. You know, what's the difference between your dispatcher in the box telling you have to drive? HT Logistics says hard to make money. Man, I've been doing it for 7 years. And yeah, man, it's hard at first, dude. It is a challenge. These shippers and receivers is gonna make it a challenge. I'm not saying it doesn't suck. I'm just saying that, you know, there are things to embrace about the e-logs. You know, and it's, you know, ask Steve Berger, man. He had to go without an e-log for the last 2 weeks because his truck was messing up. You know, he enjoys the e-log over the paper. You know, most of the shippers and receivers have adjusted their stuff to where, you know, a 500-mile run is done in 1 day. So, yeah, Pale Rider put the link up. But to sit there and call us snowflakes because we have to deal with e-logs, because we have to do things the right way, that's BS, man. That's just another thing that makes us look bad. Just another thing that brings down our image. Another aspect of negativity. You know, for example, I'm here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I stayed the night last night at the sorry, I had Edwardsville on my mind. At our yard here, okay, at the OC. The place where I delivered is literally 6 miles from here. That trips my logs. Now on paper, technically, you can call that on duty, not driving. But because of e-logs, it has to be put in the drive mode. So, and then I'm picking up literally from 6 miles back. I'm literally right next to the Edwards, or at the OC, Edwardsville, and heading in. Okay, so now on paper, I wouldn't even start my clock yet. But I've been up since 7 a.m. Okay? So I shut down tonight at the end of my 14. You know, on paper, they would have said roll with it and have this delivered tomorrow morning. That's driving tired, right? See? So it's just the same thing. It's just a different way of doing it. That's all this industry is, man. All of it. And, you know, it's the negativity's got to stop, people, man. It's just, you know, I'm not the most positive person. You know, you guys have heard my music. You know, I get angry about things. Right, Mr. Freight Shaker Gary says you can still be tired on ELD, so to sleep when you're at ship. Yeah, be responsible. That's it, man. Just see, that's the problem. Truck drivers can't be responsible. So guess what? The industry's looking to replace us with these autonomous trucks. Now, one argument that I haven't heard yet, but was brought to my attention is within 10 years, it's possible, you know, because like, well, how's it going to back into the dock? Well, if you got somebody at some controls, like a drone, that could be done. Remote control. Think about this. If you buy a new F4 F-150, you know, it's got a thing where it'll help you back your trailer into a spot. You think that technology doesn't exist already? Think about all the drones and all the planes that are flying, you know, overseas and everything. But we brought it on ourselves. That's the ugly truth. And all these people calling us snowflakes because I wasn't driving in 1986. That's BS. It's stupid. So guess what? Delete. Man, you know, during the election, I filtered my Facebook so hard that my Facebook is nothing but kitten and children and rainbows and sunshine. So let's go with the comments. I'm getting loaded here. It's probably going to take them a minute. Let's go back to the comments. I'm sure somebody's out there to disagree. Okay. New generation truckers are lazy, says Robert Gonzalez. Yeah, You know, that's a blanket statement, man. I know a lot of guys that want to work harder, which is why half the people don't want e-logs. The reason we have ELD is because old school drivers with their 3 logbooks. Yep, we've already read that. We're not doing much. HT Logistics, we're not doing much to fight it either. Well, it's if you spend all your resources in fighting this stuff instead of embracing it and learning how to use it, you know, I think it's wasted time because the government always wins. Now they need 3 ELDs. Like trucking, having a lunch business meeting. Where are you, Snorlord? I wish I was there, Jeffrey. Do you hear that, people? Shippers and places we deliver want to find alternative ways to receive their freight. I tried to throw the Qualcomm out the window once, but the pigtail brought it right back, says John. The box controls me at work and the box controls me at home. My girlfriend has a nice box, says Rizzo. See, there you go. It's always a box, right? Kaislin, autonomous trucks will not replace all of us. If you drive a flatbed or a lowboy, you'll still be fine. Right. It's a matter, you know, it's a matter of embracing everything. You know, let's figure out how to survive in today's trucking world instead of just making fun of people that just, you know, because you can't do it. You know, not you, HD, but like because an old school guy can't do it. Hey, Cool Breeze, what's up? Ben, Professor in the house. I don't know about, oh, probably talking about Jeff. Mr. Freight Shaker says you can still be tired ELD. Yeah, man, that's the thing. ELD is not about safety. Not about safety whatsoever. It's about compliance. It's about making sure we're honest about when we're driving. That's it. That's all it is. It's not about safety. The only thing that's safe is you up here. You know, I mean, think about it. If your company says, hey, I need you to drive through Colorado in 2 feet of snow to get this load there on time, and the 2 trucks in front of you just wiped out and went down the cliff, are you still going to drive? No, because you are in control of that truck. That box isn't in control. Rolling pumpkins down the road, just think about the pumpkin pie when you crash driving tire with ELD. Cool Breeze says, I work for a small company. My boss hired an IT guy to figure this thing out. Yeah, well, that should have been done years ago. You know, Transland was ahead of the game, man. They're already adjusted to what companies are just dealing with right now. They're loading me. Kaislin says, I don't know why people want more hours of service. You know, why do you want to work more for the same pay? That's the thing, man. You know, let's make our time valuable. Dude, don't hit my truck, baby. Hey, Danny, what's up? Ben says, hey, Lord, if you're still at Indy tonight, I'm buying dinner. Well, that's nice, Ben, but I won't be here. Hopefully I'll be out of town by then. They're going to get me loaded pretty quick. The stuff is staged. Hey, Kevin, what's up? But now, what's up, man? Hey, we're caught up. Sorry for the noise, guys, but I try not to run my AP unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, see, here's the thing I was going to bring up about the... Did you know that there was no hours to service back in the old days? And people were like, the Teamsters got tired of that? Because if the customer said, hey, we want this in New York City by tomorrow afternoon, you had no choice but to do it. And so all these guys are running around, well, we shouldn't have regulations. Well, we couldn't handle the regulations we had in the first place. You see, if a kid can't keep his hand out of the cookie jar, then you have to take away the cookie jar. You have to put a lock on the lid, man. And so the Teamsters were like, you know what, this sucks. We're gonna, you know, we need to come up with the ELDs, or not ELDs, but we need to come up with hours of service because, you know, we got guys that are trying to run 48 hours straight. 12, 16, 80 hours service would be more. 16 hours because ship receivers don't get. Right, either that or stopping the clock. What I meant is, if you know you're tired and don't run the load, if it's unsafe to drive, then who cares what this dispute says. Daniel, I'm heading to Kansas. I read a comment on Overdrive the other day. I was going to tell him no wonder why we have ELDs because of comments like that. He wrote, I can drive 1,100 miles in an 11-hour shift. I can on ELDs. Exactly, Hazel, that proves my point. I was at the TA one day at the truck stop counter, and this guy griped about government this and government that, ELD this, and just rah, rah, rah. And then, like, for the next half hour, proceed to tell us all the illegal stuff he used to do. And it's like, there you go, man. You brought it on yourself. Nobody gets that, man. Any negative thing that we have in this industry, we brought it on ourselves. Like, for example, when I picked up here, guy comes in, shipping clerk, whatever. He's like, what's your pickup number? I told him. I had everything written down, in my little thing, and I was very professional. This other guy comes in, he's like, what's your pickup number? I don't know, I guess I gotta go out the truck and go get it. Dude, just like your first run, Kaislin says that's an average of 91 miles per hour. Yeah, see, it's a load of crap too. Ben, I was. That's where I delivered to. Gear Grabber says I'm at the Like Business meeting at Lucky's. Get over here, Snorlord. I almost took a load to Michigan just to join you guys, but 740 miles is pushing it. Yeah, I think the most I ever got in a 65 mile per hour truck was 690 miles. Drop the trailer, get in the business meeting. In any industry, rules are usually created when someone screws up repeatedly. Right. Check this out. So, I used to build lawnmowers for a living. Not build them, but like take them out of the box, put them together and everything. And there's a warning. And it shows two guys lifting up the mower to trim hedges. And it says, don't do that. So it was explained to me that there was a lawsuit because two guys started up a lawnmower and they lifted it up to trim hedges. And one of them slipped and got his arms cut off. It's like, oh man. That is why we have to be babysat, because we're idiots. We're all idiots. All of us. Every single one of us. And lawsuits is what rules the world. Think about this. Insurance companies and lawyers. That's who rules this country. I mean, think about almost all the politicians. They're all lawyers, right? So, look at your own personal life, okay? And think about all the negative crap that's coming your way. Do you bring it on yourself? Now, granted, it happens. Crap happens. Try not to cuss. But you know what? A lot of it is brought on ourselves. Like the dude that didn't have his pickup number. He was griping and he'd go all the way back to his truck to go get it. Well, dude, you're a professional, man. You're here to pick up a load. You can't just hope that they randomly, get it. Harry Balls, no, my truck's not governed. This is like back in, when I was a company guy. But I'm wide open, Harry. Now, a lot of people assume I'm governed because of the orange trailer, and I've got an old prime truck. So people think that I can't go fast. But I can. Kaislin says, are there some rules that I don't like or agree with? Yes, but we have to follow rules. Without rules, there's anarchy. Right. I hate stopping at red lights, but man, what's the alternative? Everybody going for it? I'm on my way to Michigan. I salivate the idea of running the Jeffrey like, says Rizzo. Anyways, that's what was on my mind. Uncle Matt says, most transportation laws are created in blood. I'm a safety professional by trade. Now, check this out. I'm glad you bring that up, Matt. Let's check this out. How many of you, okay, this is something else that's been on my mind. How many of you driving down the road and you see a truck in front of you doing this? Rumble strips, zipper, rumble strips. And so he finally straightens out and you go to pass him, you look over and what is he doing? He's like, he's doing this, right? Idiots. And then they almost hit you. Or you're in the right-hand lane and someone goes to pass you and you see them almost clip your trailer. And what are they doing? They're driving one-handed doing this. It's going to get to the point that we're not even going to allow to have these on going down the road. Some companies are already doing that. This company does not want me having this thing on when I'm going down the road. And you know, it's just, you know, cars are just as bad, but you know, the professionals are almost worse. You know, and so next thing you know, we're gonna have rules saying that we can't even have headsets. That you know, the truck won't start unless, you know, your phone's off or whatever. It's gonna get to that point. Why? Because you got idiots with their phone in their hand or watching Netflix going down the road. You know, and you know, they're gonna crash and kill somebody. Big John says, crap rolls downhill, that's why they carry a plywood ramp on my back. It's just roll over me. The CPAP rule aggravates me. You have to have 70% use rate to be compliant. I think that's a little excessive, but on the other hand, the more you use it, the more it helps your heart health. Kaislyn, I mixed it on the CPAP, okay? 4 hours really isn't that bad of a deal. And as long as I'm getting 6 hours on the machine, I'm good. I never, ever sleep with my machine. The only time I slept without my machine this year was we went camping. And you know what? I hated it. I did not sleep well. I went home and slept with the machine for 12 hours straight. And they have laxed on the CPAP stuff, but see, the companies are going to do it anyways. You know, Schneider's requirements on whether you need to be sleep tested or not is more strict than what the government was trying to tell you, what the DOT doctors want to see. And that's how most companies are going to be. Dennis says my truck won't start unless my stomach is full. TMI there, Dennis. Okay, so why not use 100% of the time? I like my machine. You better shut this off. Why? What happened, Steve? Did I make you mad? Yeah, guys, you know, think of my name, Snorlord. I did a sleep study years ago. And they said I was one of the worst cases they had ever seen. My name comes by, you know, by me honestly. Feet propped up on dashboard, driving down the road with, you see a lot of that now. Yeah? Yeah, there was one guy that had both his feet propped up and he was just kind of like, you know, chilling. I hope my truck doesn't get hit in all this mess. You know, this parking lot has been quiet up until I decided to go live. And this day cab just parked here and screwed everybody up. There's a Schneider truck here. It's probably like Trying to figure out where to go. Let's test this. Let's see if he's got a radio on, right? No, don't do that. You guys have to scan your parking lots to figure out what you're doing. Alright guys, I'm out of here. This was just a short video. I had to rant about, you know, just because you embrace technology doesn't make you a snowflake. Put your damn phone down. You know, here's a trick. Have a windshield mount, and then if you need to do illegal stuff, you're doing it like this. You're like sitting there doing this. It's no worse than turning on your radio or pushing the button on your GPS. Don't have it in your hand looking down completely. That's the thing, man. Common sense does not exist. So now I can't read comments. There they are. And we're still talking about the CPAP. Harry says, I've been known to snore pretty loud. Do you live up? Yes, Harry. Dude, my name is Snorlord, and I was in a death metal band called Apnea. And no one ever argued with me on that. If you have more AHI than I do, Steve, I'll be surprised. Exactly, laws and blood. Is it considered cheating if I get a robot? I don't know. That's a personal road that you must come to and decide on. Big John, I'm on CPAP 16 years. I love technology once I learn to use it. Yeah, well, technology can be a bummer. Trust me. You know, turbo used to cost maybe $1,000 to put on. Now it's like 10 times that because, you know, we got to put computers on them. We got, you know, make everything complicated. See, that's the reason we need to be on our toes, because between the negativity and people complicating a simple process, no wonder everybody's angry. I don't even know what AHI is, Kaislin. I'm not saying there's nobody like worse than me. I'm just saying that I was one of the highest cases they had seen, that's all. And then when I did my second sleep study, the first words when he woke me up was impressive by the technician. Okay, well, I was like, I think the first time I was at like 57 times in an hour. So almost 1 a minute, and when my allergies are bad, it is more than 1 a minute. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me rant. Give me a thumbs up if just annoy everybody that was gonna watch later but couldn't. 160 an hour. Okay, Kaisley, you got me. It's awesome, man. That's how it is. Am I done already? No. No, my day's barely begun, actually. People who choose not to use it fail. Right. So, alright guys, I'm getting a bad connection here. And I appreciate you guys watching. And so, because there's too much crap in this world, man. I know we all have our bad days, we really do, but what can you do to make it better for yourself will eventually make it better for everybody else. And so, with that being said, have a good day. Be safe.